Hello and welcome to your morning wake up yoga. My name's Rachel. Today we'll go through some standing postures, some breathing exercises, and then we'll take it down to the mat to release the hips and finish out with some final breaths. Let's get started. Let's bring the feet underneath your hips, mountain pose. Palms open, thumbs point to the side walls, close the eyes. First feel the four corners of the feet pressing down into the mat. Toes heavy, heels heavy. Draw up on kneecaps. Feel that strength travel up the legs into the torso. Belly is strong. Chest open, shoulder blades draw backward just a little and downward. Lengthen through the crown of the head and reconnect with the ground through the feet. Breathing in and breathing out. For today, let's think about nose breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. On these next few inhales, think about 1, 2, maybe 3 things you're grateful for. Tuning into how that feels in the body. That sense of gratefulness, of peace, sprinkled with a little bit of joy. Hold on to that for a moment. On the next inhale, blink the eyes open, sweep the arms up to the sky, extended mountain. Exhale into a gentle chair. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, extended mountain. Exhale to gentle chair. This time, sweep up to the sky, and hands can come down through heart center, hands to the knees. We'll do some gentle knee circles. You can bring your feet a little closer together. Circle the knees in one direction, and then circle the knees in the other direction. We're waking up those joints today. And then come on up to standing. Widen out the feet just a little bit, maybe to hips distance apart, hands to the hips, circles. Oh, that feels good. Circling out those hips, finding some mobility. Other direction, circle around. And then let's work on our shoulders a little bit, coupled with our spine. So bring the fingertips up to touch the shoulders. This is going to help find the mobility we're looking for. Rotate to one side and then rotate to the other. So what this gets is our shoulder blades and upper back mobilizing more so than if we had our arms down. Keep breathing in, keep breathing out. 3, 2, 1, and come to center. Arms out in front, roll the wrists around a few times. And then open and close the hands really fast. Wake those hands up. For 3, 2, 1, and nice work. Breath work. We're going to do an interesting kind of breath today called breath of fire. What it really does is it helps to engage that transverse abdominis and get us focused, hyper-focused on our breathing. So here's how we're going to get into it. We're going to sink down, hands onto above the knees, spine nice and long. Deep breath in, and then exhale, draw the belly in a puff of air. So we focus on that big inhale to lead out, and then forceful exhales in kind of a staccato fashion. The inhale just happens in between these forceful exhales. So here we go, breathe in, and then exhale. Keep going for about 10 more. And nice work. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Extended mountain. Exhale, sink to chair. Let's come to the tops of our mats. Sweep the arms up high to sky again. Exhale, dive out to your fold. Soften knees. We'll take our sun A. Step back into a plank, activating our core. Now we can be in a kneeling plank or a full plank. Lower the body down. Lift for your cobra. Up dog is your option. It's okay to let the feet widen here. Lift up on hip tips, create space. Exhale, press back, child's pose, or downward facing dog. Lengthening through the spine, reaching through sits bones, opening through shoulders. Walk the feet forward into your fold. Hang out here, drawing belly towards the thighs, nose towards the knees. Deep breath in and out. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Extended mountain. Exhale, sink to chair. Inhale to extended mountain. Exhale, dive out to your fold. Pause here for a moment, feeling the length through the legs, hamstrings, calves. Let's half lift this time. Hands slide up the shins, look forward. Lengthen spine, exhale to fold. Step back into your plank or your kneeling plank. Our thighs are active, our glutes are active, shoulders are broad, core is strong. Lower down, then lift for your cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, child's pose or downward facing dog. In both, we're thinking about finding some mobility through our shoulders and our hips. Walk the feet forward into fold. Hang out here for a moment, starting to feel the body warm up and unwind. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Sweep the arms up high to sky, extended mountain. Exhale, sink to chair. Let's work through Sunny one more time. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive out to your forward fold. Bend the knees on the way down. Half lift, hands could slide up the shins, or you could keep the fingertips on the mat. Lengthen heart center. Exhale, release to fold. Step back into your plank or kneeling plank. Lower down. Use your arm strength. Lengthen up for your cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Take that pause and that extra breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's kick the legs around out in front. Take a seat. Come down to a seated position. We're going to open up these hips a little bit. So let's bring the feet out in front. From a seated position, you're going to lean back, bring the feet to the outer edges of the mat. And we're going to sway the knees to the left and to the right. Keep the chest lifted. Notice all of the mobility that's happening here. We're finding an opening through the shoulders and chest. We're finding a lot happening through the hips. So take your time here because there is a lot going on. So think about that tall spine, lifted chest. It's okay to bend the elbows here a little bit if that feels better in the body. And as you continue to do your windshield wipers, maybe you get all the way over to the side where your inner knee can touch. And you can maybe move the arms and upper body around, kind of follow those legs. So the hands don't have to stay glued to the ground, they can move around. There we go. And we can keep doing this, or we can expand on it. When the knees are all the way over to the side, we could lift up onto those legs, reach your back arm up and over, lengthen the body. Let's try that on the other side. Sway the knees over, press into the knees and shins, lift up, lengthen through the fingertips on that back arm. Let's do that a few times. You can practice. Lift up, lengthen, and bring it down. Lift up, lengthen, and bring it down. One more time here. Lift up, lengthen, and bring it down. Wonderful. Let's bring those legs around into a easy seated position, cross-legged position. Now, if this is challenging to sit in this, you could take a yoga block and elevate the hips. You could just sit up on that yoga block. Okay. From here, we're going to do some rolls through the upper body. So imagine your rib cage just swirling around your hips here. You can move in one direction, hold on to the knees, roll around. And think about cat-cow in yoga and that expansion through the spine and contraction, so the open and close. So think about as your body moves backward, almost a cat back, and as your chest moves forward, cow spine. So here we go, let's roll through. In the other direction, roll it around. Keep that breath flowing too. Inhale as your chest comes forward, exhale as you contract back. One or two more. And last time. And just melt forward, slide the hands down, release the spine. Feel the hips open. Breathe into the side ribs here. On the next inhale, breathe into the back of the rib cage, deep, deep into the lungs. Exhale. Roll it up. Side flexion. One hand comes down, the other arm reaches up and over to the side. Switch. So you can kind of bend into that bottom elbow as the top arm comes across. Let's do that a few times. Starting to unwind. Ready for the day. Two more. And last time here. And then come back to center, hands to knees. Namaste. Thank you for joining for your morning yoga wake up.